morning, everyone, and welcome to our reflection this morning, which is on the Gospel for the second Sunday of Advent, and we're in Year C, if you're looking at your Sunday Missal or at Magnificat. So we think of the season of Advent as a time of preparation, and rightly so. Advent is the time when we prepare to celebrate the birth of Jesus. It's the time when we prepare for his coming more fully into our hearts, into our everyday lives. And in doing this, we are also preparing for his coming again in glory at the end of time. Preparation is what the life of discipleship is all about. If Christmas is to be a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, and not merely a purely secular midwinter festival, then we have to celebrate Advent as it is meant to be celebrated. That is, we spend the time of Advent preparing for the coming of Jesus more fully into our lives. So the question is, what would it mean for me if Jesus were to come more fully into my life? What would it involve some change or changes in my life? Well, unless we are already perfect, it would surely involve some changes. John the Baptist explained what it would involve for him when he said, "He must increase, but I must decrease." And this is surely what it must involve for all of us. If Jesus is to come more fully into my life, I will need to change some of my attitudes. I will need to abandon my own selfish attitudes and adopt the attitudes advocated and practiced by Jesus himself. The attitudes he advocated in the Sermon on the Mount, and indeed throughout his whole life. The only attitudes that bring real happiness into our lives. And these attitudes we call the Beatitudes, because they bring God's blessings into our lives. They make us truly blessed in this life and assure us of blessedness in the life to come. To change my attitude to someone or something is often a feat of some magnitude. Have you ever tried changing someone else's attitude? I'm not suggesting you attempt anything like that. I'm suggesting that we may need to look at some of our own attitudes and change them. And that will demand some hard decision-making, a lot of determination and sheer perseverance. When St. John the Baptist urges us to undertake this momentous task, he uses the imagery of filling in valleys, laying mountains low, making winding ways straight and rough roads smooth. No wonder he uses such imagery. Changing one's attitude is just as arduous, and indeed more arduous, than making winding paths straight and rough roads smooth. Nevertheless, it is a work that has to be faced. And now is the time when we are being asked and urged and encouraged to take on just that work. What is it that needs to be straightened out in our lives? Sometimes relationships in families get twisted and tangled. Should there be a strained relationship that needs to be put right, then Advent is the time to put it right in preparation for Christmas. Then we will truly be preparing a way for the Lord to come more fully into our lives. Christmas is the season of peace and goodwill. It must begin in our own hearts. It must be experienced in our families and homes and go out from there. So Advent is the time to forgive and forget. It's the time to begin exercising mutual tolerance and understanding. Life is too short to harbor grudges and resentments. Now is the time to ask the Lord to take the blindness from our eyes, the weakness from our wills, and the hardness from our hearts, and let our lives be flooded with the grace of his coming. So God bless. Take care. Have a good week.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm speaking to you Saturday afternoon. Just 2 or 3 things to bring to your attention. We have our Advent devotions, Sunday afternoon, 4 till 5. A lovely, quiet, peaceful way to enter into the Advent spirit. At the Masses this weekend, we're going to be invited to consider giving an hour on a Thursday to Adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, picking up something that we were doing very fruitfully and successfully, and I might say enjoyably, in the time up to lockdown. Lockdown number 1. So you'll hear that this weekend. Peter Green is going to mention the matter after Mass. And then just a very vague word at this stage about the synod process that we're planning to have a get-together of some kind, either face-to-face or via Zoom, or possibly a mixture of the two. We're just working on it, and that will be on Monday week, on the 13th, just to take stock of how far we've got and to plot a way forward. I have a great deal of confidence in this particular style of parish working together, listening together, talking together. And I hope we can find a good, effective and fruitful way forward. I'm sure we can. Thanks to all of you for submitting your thoughts on this so far. And there's still, you know, the lines are open. The conversation isn't closed. So be delighted to hear from anybody, even if it's, you know, to come back again on something that you submitted already. It just takes a little bit of time to assimilate these things. So there we are. Have a good second week of Advent, everyone. I hope it's not too pressurized, and look forward to seeing you as we can at the weekend. God bless. Bye-bye.